Good morning and welcome. Sorry, the morning is freaking evening. Good evening and welcome to Lanzarote. So I'm here, kind of keeping this a bit stealth and quiet, doing GranGuanche Trail, which is a long mountain bike race across the Canary Islands. Don't really know how it's gonna go. Just gonna try and enjoy it, to be honest with you. Give myself a bit of a push out. It's like the last thing, the end of the year. Maybe go quite deep to start with. See how the terrain allows for that effectively. And then just give myself, got a week basically to get across the Canary Islands. So the route is about 800 odd K. Many thousands of meters of climbing. You do Lanzarote, Fuerteventura, Gran Canaria, Tenerife and La Palma. So 5 islands. I've got a week, got until next Sunday. Starts on Sunday. See how we go. But at the moment I'm just loosening the legs, shall we say, after a very early start, 4 o'clock alarm, flying out here, leaving all my luggage at a bike shop where it gets transported to Tenerife. And just wanted to shake my legs out a bit, wake them up a bit and get an early night. But yeah, that's how I'm going to start this video. Welcome here. Right, it's the day before the race. Registration in a minute, well, 20 minutes. Just stopped by the sea. I'm gonna do a little bit of a run through on the bike. It's kind of set up pretty much how I'm gonna take it, like minus a few cables, minus a hydration pack on my back, minus like toiletries, that kind of stuff. But this is what I'm riding. So this is a Pivot Mach 4 SL. It's a Pivot's cross-country mountain bike. I ride a size large and I've got, you see, quite a lot of seat posts, but the frame has a big slope. It's Pivot's thing is this big sort of like straight line slope on the top tube and then into the rear forks basically. So I'm riding a large seat post is a wolf tooth dropper with one of their really nice ergonomic sort of levers which you can effectively use it in any direction to activate it, which is really nice. Wolf tooth headset in here, wolf tooth spacers, wolf tooth lock rings, so quite a few little wolf tooth bits, wolf tooth bar ends with their tool system inside them. The grips are Argon grips. These are not the massive ones, but I really like these ones with some SQ Lab little hand holdy things. Handlebars Enve, extensions are Enve ones as well. Stem is from Enve. The forks are Fox factory 34s. They look cool, they're orange, they've got 120mm travel. You can lock them out using this device, you can have them fully open or fully locked. Generally I kind of ride in the middle, but you can adjust that as you please. The front Enve wheels, these are M6s. The front one's built up with a dynamo hub, which I'm not using. I don't think I need it for this event, so I'm not using it. But when we built them up, I specifically requested to build out the dynamo hub, just so that I had it in case I needed it. So yeah, M6 front and rear. Schwalbe Racing Ray on the front at 2.35 and a Racing Ralph on the back, same 2.35. So it's a really good tyre mix. I think this is the Speed Addicts compound, so like it's a slightly faster tyre, but big, really good tyre. Group set is Shimano XTR. This group set has been out for ages now, but it is still pretty damn good. I'm running a Stages dual-sided power meter with these big XTR pedals. Previously I've used Garmin rally pedals, but I wanted a large surface to be able to put my feet on basically. So yeah, 170 crank, 30 chainring. I went even smaller than I thought. 30 chainring on the front, 170 crank. And then I think the cassette's like a 10 to 51 or 1052, something like that. Works great. Loads of gears, super spinny. Rotor, so 180 on the front and a 160 on the rear. And then the bags, all of this is Tailfin. This is one of their down tube packs, which are basically just filled with tools. And then this is a special frame pack. Bracey, who works at Tailfin, also has one of these bikes in the same size. So they already had the template made. His is blue, mine is green. And basically I'm just putting in here a bladder, which pretty much takes up that triangle. And on the other side, just like spares, tools, that kind of stuff. Top tube bag, long top tube bag. This is going to be the medium sized one. I think there's going to be like a few different sizes. But this one I'm basically using for like electricals, sunscreen, stuff I need kind of quickly. And then the rear pack is this prototype from Tailfin as well, which basically opens this way as opposed to this way. We've got a meshy bit here so you can put additional layers and stuff there. Really, really nice. I've got an exposure light mount on the back there, and I have a spare light sitting here, which you may ask why I don't have it on the back, but basically it's just so that I have one that I know, just in case this fell off, I have a spare. Front of the bike. So on the front, massive exposure big boy there. I've got a mount here if I want to move it, but I probably won't ever use this for the big boy because I think it's going to be too heavy. But I'm taking a smaller Diablo, which I have a spare mount there, and I can clip that onto there if I want to. XTR brakes, all the shifting is, all the levers basically are XTR, so that's the brakes, the suspension lockout, all of that stuff is done with Shimano XTR, apart from the dropper lever, which is Wolftooth. And I think that covers everything really. Oh, saddle, Gebiomized sleek is what I'm using on everything, so keep it consistent. But that's kind of the bike setup. Oh yeah, 4-pot brakes, so more braking. I don't think it's essential, but I prefer it, especially if I'm not using it as a loaded bike, and also when it's loaded it's heavier. So 4-pot brakes, it's basically twice as many pistons in the brake caliper, and they're bigger, they're quite chunky. There's what used for kind of downhill stuff, but yeah, I just really like them. Yeah, full suspension mountain bike. It's quite a change from previous things, but I think it actually looks absolutely fantastic. Yeah. Oh, Garmin. Using a 1040 solar as my main computer, and I've got a little 840 solar as a backup one. I always take a spare computer. I know that's quite lucky to be able to do that, but it's just for my own peace of mind in case something happens. So 1040 is my main one, 840 is a backup one, which you can see. That's the 840, that's the 1040. They're both solar ones, they both charge themselves up, which is quite useful. But yeah, it's quite a different bike, but it's fun, really fun. So we'll, this thing's like 850k. We'll try and ride it relatively hard and then just survive, or attempt to survive, and see what happens basically. Anyway, if you have any questions about the setup or anything, drop it in the comments and I will get back to you on it. But obviously I don't do loads of mountain biking. I used to do it when I was a kid, so I used to be quite switched on with it, but not so much now. But big shout out to Saddleback for sorting out this bike.
You should have anybody helping you, but again, what really makes the difference is that you can count to any kind of support from the organizing. So it's
Yeah, it's tough. It's really slow.
It's you again. You
Me again.
Yeah.
So for the third time, fourth time.
So I don't even know now. Some amount of times.
It's always nice to see you.
But doing squishy. Look, it's a proper bike, isn't it?
Squishy.
Yeah, full squish. Wait,
That's a nice one.
Look at that.
full squish.
Wow.
Comfort.
Yeah, I feel like went for the right decision going full squish, I think. That's Matteo, the organiser, and that is the briefing done. We start tomorrow at 11:30. Quite looking forward to it, actually. Just be nice to go out and ride my bike in nice weather. See what happens. I don't really have any expectations, but I'm going to give it a go. Guaranteed a top 40 place because there's less than 40 riders, so that's good news, I guess.